Oh hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to what I'm considering to be a litmus test of my sanity. Not only is this project just completely unhinged, but I think it's also going to test my sanity in a lot of ways. There's some backwoods engineering going on here, so let me break down what we're doing today. So I bought a whole bunch of rusty, gross scissors at a thrift store recently, and my idea is to take them apart along with some dollar store scissors and attach them to gloves and become Brie Scissorhands. God, what's wrong with me? Okay, so these are these scissors that I procured. You can see some of them are like in terrible shape. I think I'm gonna try to clean them up a little bit. We'll see. And then I am currently 3D printing what is a Freddy Krueger glove, but I am altering it so that this part is going to be leather, black leather, obviously. And the finger guards, not only will they protect my fingers from certain disaster, but they're gonna look cool, and it's gonna give me a way to attach the scissor pieces onto the glove. I haven't decided yet whether I'm gonna have my fingers moving like this or like this. Well, I think I'm just gonna clean up these scissors and wait for the print to be done and then kind of just go from there. I assumed that disassembling the scissors was going to be an easy task, but it turns out you can't just unscrew them, they're riveted together. Thus began me using many tactics to try and get the halves to half. Regular screwdriver didn't work, try a drill. Nope, back to the hammer. And she broke. So I tried to pry it apart. Big nope. So I thought, what about a Dremel? That ought to do it, right? But be safe. Still nope, so I'm gonna take a break. As foretold by the prophecy, nothing was going according to plan yesterday, so I decided to just sleep on it. And then I went through all of my tools and I brought out the big guns. So I've got these clippy things, these clippy things, some metal files, a jewelry saw, and my trusty old table vise. Table vise, table vise. Okay, so gonna try it again this time, and I realized that I don't need a ton of pairs of scissors to do this. Maybe, because each finger is like half a scissor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So 8 halves means 4 scissors. And then I might put a pointy thing on my thumbs. I haven't decided. So I'm gonna work on trying to get these mother effers apart appropriately. My first 3D print, well, my first like 6 3D prints just went straight to hell. So that's been fun dealing with that too. Like I said, this is a test of my sanity. Okay, let's get started. So the jewelry saw really seemed like the best bet if I could, I don't know, keep it from breaking. I can't tell you how many of these little saw pieces I went through. I couldn't get any of the pliers to get a grasp on the rivets, so no matter what I tried, it just wasn't working. And then finally with the jewelry saw and some tenacity, I finally got them apart. It took way longer than what you're seeing here, but it gave me some hope. And I really wanted to separate these long boys, but they wouldn't budge for absolutely anything. So I moved on to some silver guys. Which eventually came apart like butter. And back to the long boys. Which are frustratingly sturdy. Seriously, nothing I did could destroy these. Gave up and went back to another pair. This is when I realized that the Dremel really was the way to go, even if it was kind of sparky. And the final one was the easiest to do because it was just a screw. Well, that was only mostly maddening, and I didn't really hurt myself, so that's good. Now that I got the scissors all done, I need to finish the 3D print, and then I'm thinking I'm going to adhere it to some like black or dark colored gardening gloves, and then maybe have some sort of bracers that are made out of leather. And then I'm going to be attaching the scissors on with some 2-part epoxy. Okay. Man, this project has been taking forever. You know, life gets in the way, the moon gets in the way of the sun, which was incredible, by the way. And the 3D printing took somewhere around like 40 hours, so it's been a lot. But today is gonna be the day that I finally finish this silly goose of a project, and then maybe I'll get back onto a regular upload schedule as well. So fingers crossed for that, guys. All I need to do really is just break apart the 3D print and assemble, and I'm hoping it's going to be as simple as that. I might try to rivet some of the parts of the glove together, but I don't know if that's necessary yet. I haven't tried to put everything together, so we'll see. Let's get back at it. Okay, let's Baja Blast this thing. So I've got my 3D prints that I can't believe these took as long as they did. I think because I purposely didn't make them go as fast as it could go because I didn't want to lose any of the detail or the refined aspect of it. I still need to break off all the little supports for it, so let's do that real quick. So some of those supports were a bit codependent because they would just not let go. But I think I'm gonna, it's like not a big deal if I leave some of those supports on because I still have finger space. If it is an issue, I will take the time to pry them off, but I am not about to do that if I don't have to. Okay, so my plan is to put the plastic pieces on top of this like more form-fitting glove, just for aesthetic reasons, not any particular reason really. I mean, it would also help because these are a little bit too wide for my fingers, so they'll grip on. Like I said before, this was originally like a Freddy Krueger glove print. Basically, this is like the hand plate, which I'm just gonna like most likely glue on right here, but then this piece goes down and attaches to the plate, which I think I might be using these little like elastic cords that I saved from some shoes that we bought recently. This part of the finger goes like that, and these I can rivet together. Okay, so the plan is to attach the scissors like thus, and then voila, finger scissor. This is definitely not gonna be functional, right? I'm gonna try though. First, I'm gonna try riveting the two pieces together to see if they'll actually move. There's like gonna be kind of a wider piece inside. I think I just heard the PLA crack. Okay, so it's definitely riveted. It's definitely some movement. I think I could probably get away with riveting one side. Will that look janky? Probably, but you know, I'm nothing if not the janky queen. Oh, so this PLA is a bit broken now. Cool. Yeah, the pressure of the rivet pulled apart the PLA. I'm gonna just try to adhere them to the glove itself and hope for the best. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Okay, so I got this two-part epoxy adhesive for the scissors on the PLA, but I don't think the PLA to the glove would need something that strong. I could hot glue it. How well is hot glue gonna stick to these two materials though? No harm in trying though, right? If you haven't been here long, this is a running theme. And I'm hoping that I can't feel the heat through the glove. Just some mild heat, so this is doable. Let's see if this actually does anything. I think it's holding pretty well. If it does fail in a bit, I can always go back in with the more substantial adhesive. So it's fine for now. Now let's glue the rest of them, shall we? So even though I was basically done with the under part of the glove, I wanted to keep everything together with like a wrist support. And so to make that out of leather, I had to make a pattern first. Now for the scissoring. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Adding the scissor pieces. first, I tried just epoxy, but because it takes a little while to dry and cure, I realized it wasn't gonna hold because of the angle that it was on. So I needed to do epoxy first, and then apply a glob of hot glue to just give it some stability temporarily. Okay, wow, this turned out way better than I could have anticipated. Obviously, they don't really work as scissors, but I think they look exactly how I wanted them to, and I think they're so cool. This was just a fun little thing to do, just to like live out some fantasy I had of being Edward Scissorhands, and I'm in love with them. I need to figure out a way to display them around here. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I wish they were functional, that would have been really cool, but even though they're not, it's not a big deal. I think the hardest part was getting the scissors apart. Surprisingly, like I thought that was gonna be the easy part, but it totally wasn't. Though I'm always learning more about my capabilities as a, like I said, backwoods engineer. So yeah, this was a fun one. I have plans for another video next week, so I'm gonna try to get back on schedule now. And otherwise, come visit me on Instagram. See you next week. Bye.